You're watching Las Vegas Now.
There is a lot going on in the world today, and with the increased number of COVID cases, people are more stressed than ever. Joining us now with stress relief answers is clinical psychologist and author of Get Out of the Red Zone is Dr. Elizabeth Lombardo. Welcome back to the show, and let's start off right away. What is causing this increase in anxiety in people?
Well, thanks for having me. And yes, there is an increase in anxiety, and a lot of it has to do with what we call learned helplessness. Learned helplessness is this notion that there's nothing I can do. And I think a lot of people right now are feeling that as things are going on with Omicron and other things going on in this world that increases their stress, and that stress is not helpful to their lives.
Okay, and so what is the answer? What can we do to kind of get out of that red zone you've talked about?
Yeah, what can we do? So the psychological red zone, different from the football red zone, is when we're at high levels of stress, right? If you think of stress as going from 0 to 10, the red zone is when we're at a 7 out of 10 or higher. And in the red zone, we tend to think differently. We tend to act differently. This is when we become overwhelmed. This is when we focus on what's wrong. This is when we become much more irritable with our loved ones. So the goal is to acknowledge, I'm in the red zone, and get out of the red zone as soon as possible.
Okay, so then is there a trick to get out of the red zone? People realize, okay, I'm stressed out?
Yeah. So what we don't want to do is to tell someone to just calm down, right? Because we know that never works. But I have something called the HELM principle, H-E-L-M. Grab stress by the helm. H stands for halt. Halt all movement in your mouth region. That means don't let anything out of your mouth when you're in the red zone, because that's when we say things we later regret. Don't put anything in your mouth, because that's when we consume things we later regret. E, exercise and move your body. It releases endorphins. L, laughter, right? When we laugh, it helps us feel better. And then M is music. Music can bring out positive emotions in us. So using the HELM principle can get us out of the red zone.
I love that, especially the mouth thing. Don't talk, do that stress eating. How important is it to get outside and maybe go for a walk or get some kind of exercise outside?
Exercise is absolutely wonderful. Throw nature in there, sunshine. It's just a bonus. And the thing that I want people to realize is I'm not talking about spending an hour and a half at exercise. Truly, a 2 to 3 minute walk outside, getting a brisk walk, especially if you could do it with a loved one, if you have some good tunes on, it's going to help you throughout the day to keep that stress level down.
Doctor, it is such great advice. You always bring great advice to the table. We appreciate you coming on the show today.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you so much.